Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to this training on the Akashic Records. So I thought it was important to talk a little bit about the Akashic Records, as there's something that I use every day in my life and in my business as well. So giving you a little bit more of an understanding of the Akashic Records, why I use them, what they are useful for, how they can help you, and exactly what they are is going to be powerful in helping you to move forwards. So I'm just going to share my screen with you, and then hopefully I can find the right screen that I want. So do let me know when you can see. It says I am sharing, but I can't see that I am sharing. Let's just put this on presenter. Okay, so hopefully you can now see the screen. So welcome to the Akashic Record training. So in this training, I'm going to cover what the Akashic Records are and how the Akashic Records can help you to transform your life and business. So let's dig right in. There will be a question and answer session at the end. So do write your questions in the comments on Facebook. Hopefully this is sharing to the group. So I will come in and have a look at your questions. So what are the Akashic Records? In the most basic form, the Akashic Records are an energetic library or database that holds all the information about every soul that has ever lived from the point of soul creation. So this database goes back thousands and thousands and thousands of years. It's said that they energetically record every single choice that we make, every consequence, every thought, every feeling, every action that we experience or our souls experience in every lifetime, in any universe, throughout all time and space. So you can imagine a library as the Akashic Records. You can imagine your book. Okay, we have a book for each lifetime that records everything that we experience, everything that we learn, every emotion we have. The word Akasha comes from the Sanskrit word meaning ether. So as I said, the records have been around for thousands of years since the beginning of creation, and every soul has an Akashic record. These records were used by many ancient cultures, including the Indians and the Egyptians. So they're also known as the Book of Life. So you may have heard the reference, the Book of Life, or the Book of Remembrance. So Edgar Cayce was probably the most famous user of the Akashic Records, as he pioneered to bring the Akashic Records to the public in the early 19th century. He was known as the sleeping prophet because his eyes were always closed while he was accessing the Akashic Records. And he used this amazing knowledge base to help people to gain clarity and healing through the soul readings that he offered to people. So it's only been the last couple of decades that it's been perceived that only the highly conscious could access the records. As we're evolving consciously at such a rapid rate, this isn't the case anymore. Everyone can access their Akashic Records, including you. It just takes awareness, belief, and practice. So why would you want to use the Akashic Records? Why would you want to access your records? Your records hold so much knowledge and wisdom to help you to navigate this lifetime, to help you to understand future lifetimes, and to help you to understand past lifetimes as well. They can help you with self-knowledge. They can help you understand the clarity of the direction that you're moving in. They give you an insight of purpose. They heal pain and trauma. They unlock your talents and gifts. They activate ancestral healing. They elevate and strengthen intuition. They identify soul lessons that you need to learn. They release karmic patterns and karmic blocks. They can give you guidance and messages on the path that you're on now. They can influence your future. I will just say that they are not, we don't use the Akashic Records for future readings. They're not a predictive tool. So we don't use them in the same way that we would perhaps use tarot to do a prediction. It's all about the present moment with the Akashic Records, looking at what's going on now and where those influences came from. So they can accelerate soul alignment. They can deepen your spiritual connection and your intuition, and they can help you with self-mastery as well. So just looking at a couple of ideas for using the Akashic Records, maybe you're lacking clarity and direction. So it would be a good idea to go into your Akashic Records to learn more about your soul purpose, your soul mission, and what you're here to do, learn, and experience. So they can answer the questions of perhaps why you feel unfulfilled or why you are experiencing this lack of clarity and direction. And by uncovering your soul purpose and what you're here to do, it gives you the direction that you need to move in to find passion, fulfillment, joy, happiness, fun, and all of those different energies. So lacking clarity and direction is definitely a good reason for going into your Akashic Records to get the answers that you want in order to help you to move forwards and find that purpose and passion. Maybe you're experiencing recurring patterns and behaviors in your life. So perhaps you're attracting the same kind of people, or you're attracting the same kind of relationships, or the same toxic jobs, or the same self-sabotaging behaviors. By going into the Akashic Records, we can identify where these patterns and behaviors started and why they're showing up in your life. So we can also look at healing them within the Akashic Records. So it's not just a reading, it's not just giving you the insight. We can heal the emotion, the trauma, the vows, contracts, agreements, and everything that is in the records that is not serving us now can be removed, right? And can be healed. So we will never take away those experiences, right? But what we do is kind of like neutralize them so that the memories are still there, but the memories are there without the pain or without the trauma or without the vows and contracts. So understanding where your patterns and behavior come from and why you keep attracting the same toxic relationships or the same stressful jobs or whatever it may be can be really, really powerful in helping you to move forwards. Fears and phobias can also be uncovered in the Akashic Records, so you can discover the root of any fears or phobias that are showing up in your life. I remember doing a reading for a lovely lady, and we went into one of her past lives, and I was really drawn to the fact that she was afraid of fire. Now, she knew that she had this fear, but had no idea where it came from. So by going into this past life, we were actually looking at something else, but we were in a past life and this fear came up. So by having the awareness of where that fear came from, we could remove that fear of fire from her records. Meaning that in this lifetime and in this present moment, she had no fear of fire. So we can heal the fears and the phobias. Lots of us have different fears and phobias that we know are there, but we don't know where they stem from. There's no logical reason to why they are there. So for example, I had an irrational fear of going downstairs or steps. And I didn't know where it came from. I knew as a teenager I'd fallen down some steps, but it really wasn't that dramatic, not enough to give me an irrational fear of walking down steps. So I went into my records to find out where this fear came from. And it was a past life, and I was a child. And I was pushed down a few flights of stairs. And that's where the fear came from. So obviously, having cleared that, this irrational fear of walking downstairs, has now gone. So these clearings are so powerful. So lack and scarcity is another thing that can be cleared within the record. So you can discover the root of that lack and scarcity and then heal those things, right? So it could be that you made a vow of poverty, or you made a contract to be poor, right? To give up your worldly possessions. And those things may have served you in that lifetime, but they're not serving you now. So we can look at why lack and scarcity is happening for you right now. Okay, so we can also look at disease and pain as well and discover the root cause of disease and pain and any trauma that you have suffered. And we can also heal the emotion attached to that within the records and imprint more joyous feelings, like more aligned feelings that you want to feel, rather than the trauma that you have suffered. The trauma will still be registered because it's something that happened, but the emotion attached to it can be removed. So let's have a look at more of what can be healed in the records. So past life vows, oaths, swearings, contracts, agreements, spells, curses, pacts, bindings that we have made that served us in a past lifetime, but are not serving us now. So past life vows. So if we look at vows, maybe we were a monk in a past lifetime and we took a vow of poverty and a vow of servitude. So the vow of poverty would be showing up as lack and scarcity in our life now, maybe living, month to month or paycheck to paycheck, as they say. And maybe you vowed to always be of service to others, so never putting yourself first. So these vows are not going to be serving you in this lifetime. Maybe you were classified a witch, so a wise woman, a midwife, that kind of energy medicine woman. You may have taken a vow of invisibility, a vow of poverty, a vow of silence, or maybe you were a nun and took a vow of chastity. Do remember, we've had many lifetimes. So there are going to be lots of different vows that will show up. So let's have a look at past life agreements and contracts. So let's say you were a witch, and as a witch, you may have made an agreement to never share your gifts, to never charge for your gifts, to keep your gifts hidden through fear of persecution, recognition, torture, all of those things, right? To live a life of solitude, or to try to fit in with others where you lose your identity. Now, how this shows up in your life now is that maybe you feel unseen and unheard. Maybe you struggle to charge what you're worth in your business. Maybe you don't want to be in the spotlight and you don't want that public recognition. Maybe that becomes difficult because as a business owner, if you have your own business, you're going to want recognition. You're going to want to be in the limelight. So these vows are going to stop you in your tracks before you've even got the business off the ground. Maybe you have difficulty in manifesting your dreams and desires. Or maybe you're experiencing poverty, feast and famine, lack, scarcity in your life and business. So everything that happened in the past that hasn't been cleared can have a massive impact on your life now. Right. So it's important that we clear vows of contracts, spells, pacts, bindings, and all of those different things so that we can be in the most powerful place right now. Okay. So other things that we can clear in the Akashic records are cords. So these are etheric or energetic cords between ourselves and others, places, situations. So these cords can be energy draining. So we want to cut those cords. Entities, low vibrational energies, outdated beliefs, soul wounds, negative thought patterns, and trauma imprints as well. Okay, so what else can we do in the Akashic records? We talked a lot about clearing. So what else can we do? So we can unlock your gifts and talents. We can activate new patterns of behavior. We can install new beliefs. We can install success anchors. We can integrate past life gifts. We can gain a better understanding of who you are. We can release karmic debt, and we can integrate our intentions. So these are just a few of the things that we can do, both through healing and through integration of new things. So you have your own Akashic records, and if you have a business, your business also has its own Akashic records. So I'll talk more about the business Akashic records on another training. Okay, I just wanted to cover our Akashic records. As business owners, entrepreneurs, we are, or our businesses are part of us. So our own soul healing is really, really important. And then we can look at the energy of the business and what the business wants us to know, what can be integrated into the business and what needs to be let go from the business. So I will talk about the business records in a different video. Okay, so does anyone have any questions that they would like to ask about the Akashic records? So do pop them in on Facebook and I will have a look. So I am streaming live into Facebook. So let me know if you have any questions. Oh, I can see 8 comments. Oh, let me turn that down. Okay, so how can I access the records on my own? So Gretchen, it just takes practice. You will need an invocation to be able to get into the records. Anyone can access their Akashic records. It just takes time, practice, awareness, and you can 100% absolutely access your records. So, hey, Michelle. Hey, Leela. Does anyone else have any questions about the records? So at some point, I will do a training to take you through how to connect with your records and what you can do. Okay, it's not a good idea to just go into your records to go into your records, right? Because you can get lost in there, as in, you know, there's so much information. So definitely having a purpose and a reason to go into your Akashic records, having an intention is really, really important. But everybody can access their Akashic records. So I'll just wait and see if any other questions come in. I want to quickly share with you what is the next step. Okay, so if you're ready to start your own Akashic journey, you can join me on the 23rd of November, which I believe is next Wednesday, 3 p.m. GMT. And I'm going to be doing a new moon Akashic activation. Okay, so we're going to be using the energy of the new moon to set our intentions, but we're also going to set those intentions into the Akashic records, which gives them so much more power. Okay, because if we write them into our Akashic records, then we can start to manifest what we want. So this is like a manifestation on fire. So during the masterclass, we're going to learn about the new moon and the energies it brings us. We're going to learn a little bit more about the Akashic records. We're going to set an intention for the masterclass, so what you want to learn in the masterclass. And then we're going to set your own intentions for the lunar phase ahead. Okay, so what you want to manifest in the next 30 days. We're going to ground and connect to Mother Earth and the universal energies. We're going to discover what blocks need to be cleared to allow your intentions to manifest. So we will be doing a big clearing. We're journeying into your Akashic records where you will connect with this lifetime's book so you can see your book. Then we're going to journey to a fire ceremony to clear all the blocks that you want to remove from your records that have come up. And then we're going to set your new moon intentions in your records and record them in this lifetime's book. We're going to set success anchors to ensure success of your intention. And then you're also going to receive a message from your Akashic guide to help you to take soul aligned action towards your intention. Okay, there is a workbook included. It will be available on the replay as well if you can't join me live. So it will be recorded and you will have lifetime access to this. So really, really excited about this masterclass. So I will drop the link in the comments on Facebook. So if you want to learn more about the records and how to work one-to-one with me for life or business, please feel free to reach out to me. There's some ways you can connect with me. I just want to see if there's any more questions before I jump off. If you're watching on the replay, do type in #replay. If you have questions, please feel free to put them in the comments and I will come back and answer them for you. And I will drop the link to the masterclass for next Wednesday as well. So if you are someone that experiences kind of like half manifested intentions, then this is definitely a masterclass for you. By adding the intention into your Akashic record, the chances of you manifesting your desire or your intention are so much greater. So if you found intention setting and actually manifesting those intentions a bit of a problem or difficult, or you haven't been entirely successful, then this is a game changer to really help you to bring those manifestations forwards. Okay, so I can't see any more questions, so I'm going to stop sharing for a second. Let's go back. So stop sharing. Okay, and I will drop the link. So I can't see the questions on here. I can't see any more questions. So if you have a question, then do type it in. If you are watching it on the replay, do type in #replay. I'd love to answer your questions on the Akashic Records. I've been using them for since about the beginning of the year, and the changes in my business in all parts of my life have been absolutely incredible, and the changes that my clients have seen have also been absolutely incredible as well. So this is life-changing stuff, because we can remove stuff, we can implement stuff, we can change so many different things within the records. So I absolutely love working with them. I will at some point put a course together to teach you how to do that, but right now I would like to spend more time guiding you through the records, through the journeys that I want to share with you. So you will find a new journey in the group every Wednesday. I will be taking you through some Akashic journeys. And like I say, also on Wednesday, we have the new moon intention activation masterclass. So I hope you can join me for that. I hope you have a fantastic day, everybody. And I look forward to catching up with you again soon. Bye for now.